There we go, and as I play the countdown theme, the clock ticks over to 8:30. There we are, Thursday night, Carradine Self-Isolation Sing-Along. Grab your songbooks from Carradine's cockneysingalong.co.uk. As always, click on the share button below to tell your friends. And I'm going to start with a little Strand medley. We're going to go strolling down the Strand. Some like to stroll in Piccadilly or Regent Street or Leicester Square, but I go with Dick and Jack and Billy to a place not far from here, strolling down the Strand with a banana in my hand. Hey ho, away we'll go, boys and girls, jolly good pals, all in a row. We go hand in hand, and we don't need any big brass band. Spirits high as we cry, I-T-I-L-E-I-D-I, strolling down the dear old Strand. Oh, there we go, that's easy enough to pick up, isn't it? You've got the lyrics in your songbook, so it's a Leslie Saroni song, this one, here we go. Strolling down the Strand, let's hear you, with a banana in my hand. Hey, ho, away we'll go, boys and girls are jolly good pals, all in a row. We go hand in hand, give it your best shot, and we don't need any big brass band. Spirits high as we cry, I-T-I-L-E-I-D-I, strolling down the dear old Strand. Now, strolling together in any old weather, the bunch of us all in the Strand, with the most highly delectable and a respectable nice bit of fruit in my hand, and the rollicking hey-no-ho, hey-nonny-no, along with the butt of us go. And golly, we're jolly good pals, and our pals with all of us here in a row. And another thing, we can meet all of the nicest and spiciest, beautiful, fruitful girls. We don't want the necessity or the tenacity of a big grassy band, swinging along as we merry cry with a happily tiddly-I-T-I, strolling down the dear old Strand. We know this one too? Let's all go down the Strand, have a banana. Let's all go down the Strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me, see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand,
have a banana.
Oh, what a happy band. That's the place of fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand. One night, half a dozen tourists met together in Trafalgar Square. Now a fortnight's tour on the continent was planned, and each had his portmanteau in his hand. Down the Rhine, they'd meant to have a picnic, till Jones said, I must decline. Boys, you'll be advised by me, stay away from Germany. What's the good of going down the Rhine? You'll have to quarantine on the way back. Let's all go down the Strand, have a banana. Let's all go down the Strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me, see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand,
have a banana.
Oh, what a happy band. That's the place of fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand. Here we go, let's go down the Strand. And after that, I think we should have a little bit of a flowers medley. As I said, if you've got any requests for beautiful flower songs, then pop them in the comments now. Drop them in below, and when we get to the end of this medley, I'll see whether we can squeeze any of those in for you. We're going to start with our Max Bygraves classic. He always joked that this didn't make him any money, but it sold a lot of flowers. When it's spring again, I'll bring again what? Tulips from Amsterdam. With a heart that's true, I'll give to you what? Tulips from Amsterdam. I can wait until the day you fill these empty arms of mine. Like a windmill keeps on turning, that's how my heart keeps on yearning. For today I know I can share those tulips from Amsterdam. Well, then we get some tulips. How about a daisy? Daisy, daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, oh, for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. What if you had tulips and daisies? How about some roses for a blue lady? I want some red roses for a blue lady. Mr. Florist, take my order, please. 1948, this one. We had a silly quarrel the other day. Hope these pretty flowers chase the blues away. Wrap up some red roses for a blue lady. Send them to the sweetest girl in town. And if they do the trick, I'll hurry back to pick your best white orchids for her wedding gown. Well, we're going to go back to some tulips, one of my favourites. This one from the 1920s. Tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Tiptoe from your pillow to the shadow of a willow tree, and tiptoe through the tulips with me. Knee deep in flowers will stray, we'll keep the showers away. And if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, will you pardon me? Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. There we go. Faye, we got any flower song requests coming in there?
Me too. Right, I'm scribbling madly. English country garden.
What do you do? Oh, I'm not going to sing the rude version. What are the lyrics? In an English country garden. I'll tell you now of some that I know and things I wish you'll surely pardon. Hollyhocks, na na na, la 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 la. Tall hollyhocks, da 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 da. In an English country garden. Maybe I should have learnt the lyrics for that one. Anything else there, Faye?
Yeah, it's because you've been teaching Andrew the rude
The
lyrics.
rude version.
You are my honeysuckle.
Oh, you are my honeysuckle, I am the bee. I'd like to sip the honey sweet from those red lips you see. I love you dearly, dearly, and I want you to love me. You are my honeysuckle, I am the bee. I'm going to have a swig of wine while Faye gives me another suggestion.
The roses of Picady.
Oh, roses are flowering in Picady, in the hush of the silver dew. Roses are flowering in Picady, but there's never a rose like you. And the roses may die with the summertime,
and the roads may be far apart, but there's one rose that dies not in Picady.
It's the male key, I'm afraid.
'Tis the rose that I keep in my heart. I wasn't going to try that because that is
Sorry,
wrong.
male key for you. There we go. Any more there, Faye?
Okay, some that I don't know if you know. Right, hang on. I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch.
That's a new one on me.
Okay, some other ones. Rose of No Man's Land.
There's the rose that grows in no man's land and is beautiful to see. Though it's sprayed with tears, it will live for years in the garden of memory. It's the one red rose the soldier knows. It's the work of the master's hand. Mid the war's great curse is the Red Cross nurse. She's the rose of no man's land. Oh, I haven't done that one justice, I'm afraid.
Edelweiss.
Oh, this is going to get cut on YouTube, I'm sure. Edelweiss, Edelweiss. Every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Sorry, YouTube guys. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. One more, Faye.
The biggest aspidistra in the world.
Oh, Grace, I don't actually know it. It's a monologue.
You don't know it?
No,
that's disappointing.
I have to learn it for another time.
Where have all the flowers gone?
What key?
Find a key.
Where have all the flowers gone? No, the wrong key. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Gone to young girls, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Back to your song sheets for the last one in this medley then. Rose of England, thou shalt fade not in. Bit of Ivan Novello. Proud and bright from rolling year to year. Red shall thy petals be, as rich wine untold, shed by thy warriors who served thee of old. Rose of England, breathing England's air, flower of liberty beyond compare, while hand and heart endure to cherish thy prime, thou shalt blossom to the end of time. There we go. Thank you so much for your wonderful flower suggestions. We might get a chance to get to a few more of those a little later on. Well, there we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carradine's Self-Isolation Sing-Along on this very fine, I say fine Thursday evening. It's not really. It's winging it down. We rain outside. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. As usual, I'm here with my beautiful wife, Faye, over on comments. And, of course, my son, Andrew, who's currently blowing his nose on the sofa over here. So there we go. Family affair here, and equally a family affair. And for you guys, many of you watching at home, and of course many of you regulars coming back. As I said, if you like what I do, as always, click on the share button now beneath this video so that we can encourage more people along to this video and this live stream now. If you want the songbooks, you can go to carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. Of course, there you can buy merchandise, you can buy CDs, and you can also donate to my virtual tip jar if you fancy throwing some coins my way. It is much appreciated. I just want to take a moment also to say a huge thank you to all of you who have donated to my tip jar over the last 6 months. It really has meant a huge difference to me and to us as a family. So thank you so much for doing it, and your support is much appreciated. Because yes, Boris, hey, the regulations this week, is now illegal for audience participation, singing and dancing in pubs. So there we go. It's like Footloose has come true. What's going on? We've got into this dystopian future. So hopefully those restrictions won't last too much longer. And eventually I'll be able to get back to pushing my piano around, and hopefully can welcome you all to live sing-alongs. That is the plan anyway, so fingers crossed on that. We've got a few birthdays in this evening. A huge shout out and a birthday shout out to Pauline Munns. Hi Pauline. Your birthday on the 4th of October. That's lots of love from Virginia, and your grandsons Oscar and Elliot. There we go. From the Appletons, there we go. Happy birthday to you. Also, a huge happy birthday to one of the regulars here at Carradine's Cockney Sing Along. And Pauline's a regular too, what am I talking about? But another regular, Adrian Pruth. Mr. Adrian Pruth, hello, happy birthday to you. Enjoying your birthday, I hope. And yeah, your birthday today, my word. Oh, and Faye has a comment.
I've got one here. Happy birthday, Adrian, from your chums at the Oscar Wilde Society.
Oh, there we go. A greeting from the Oscar Wilde Society for Adrian too. Adrian, who I like to fashion myself with sometimes, a very dapper, sartorially perfect chap, who often wears a fez. But he also wears dangerous trousers, wonderful tartan trousers. And yes, I believe he is wearing some today. So there we go, Adrian. Pop a pic in the Carradine's Cockney Singalo so we can all see your trousers. But yes, I like to channel you when I do my Phileas Fogg with my crazy checks too. So yes, there we go. Well, Adrian, happy birthday. Now, you put a request in for a... have they got some more?
I've got some more birthdays, actually.
Oh, go on, fire away, Faye.
We have got happy birthday to Vicky McCallum, who's spending her night in with the cat Delilah, sharing smoked haddock, so enjoy.
Ooh.
And a very happy birthday to Oscar Savage, who is 7 on Saturday.
Hey, Oscartron, there we go. Happy birthday. So there we go. Adrian requested a song which isn't in your songbooks. I'm going to a little bit for Adrian that I've looked at today. This was actually originally a poem set to music. This version in the 1990s for a film version of Alice in Wonderland. So it was originally a poem. Was it Lewis Carroll who wrote Alice in Wonderland? Yes. And this is the Mock Turtle sings the Lobster Quadrille. Quadrille? I don't know. You say neither, I say neither. Either, yeah. So, the Lobster Quadrille from... and the version that I listened to today was Gene Wilder singing it in the film in the 1990s. So, and this actually reminds me a bit of Adrian, because Adrian's a regular at the Candlelight Club, the wonderful Candlelight Club in London, a 1920s kind of speakeasy evening. And, yeah, I thought it's a great little song. And it kind of tweaks my music hall and kind of vintage bells as well. So I thought you might enjoy this one. This one's for you, Adrian, then here we go. Will you walk a little faster, instead of waiting to a snail? There's a porpoise close behind us, and he's treading on my tail. See how eagerly the lobster and the turtles all advance. They are waiting on the shingle. Will you come and join the dance? Won't you join the dance? Will you, won't you join the dance? Hey, there we go, Adrian, happy birthday to you.
I've got another birthday that I just read just after I'd finished. Emma Elizabeth's fiance's birthday is on Saturday.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, getting
happy
used
birthday,
to calling
We'll
him
have a rousing happy birthday for everybody who's celebrating a birthday this week. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Everybody celebrating a birthday this week. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Pauline, don't you worry. I have a request coming for you a little later on. So there we go. Another birthday today. The wonderful Stanley Holloway was born on this day in 1890. Stanley Holloway, of course, we all remember from I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Pull out the stopper. Let's have a whopper, but get me to the church on time. Of course, he played Alfred P. Doolittle in My Fair Lady, the wonderful film version, and on stage at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane too. But yeah, he was very famous. He was actually started his performing life in the teens and the 20s, and actually in the 20s he was one of the co-founders of a very famous revue show, the Co-Optimists, a concert party that had a West End season, quite a long run, I think, a good few years, called the Co-Optimists, and they performed initially at the Palace Theatre on Shaftesbury Avenue, where Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is at the moment. Well, was before COVID. Hopefully it'll be back there. So yeah, he performed with the Co-Optimists. And if anyone remembers way back in the early days of lockdown, I did a beautiful song. I recorded a beautiful song called The Tale of the Guinea Pig that a good friend of mine, Selwyn Tillett, gave me the sheet music for. I'm forever grateful to Selwyn for that. But yeah, that was a song that was made famous by the Co-Optimists. And Stanley Holloway kind of broke his teeth, really, as part of that. And they kind of provided a seaside entertainment. They were a kind of a Pierrot troupe. So they appeared in Pierrot costumes. So white, cone-shaped hats with big black pom-poms on. Singing songs, comedy songs, sketches, and monologues. And of course, there we go, Stanley Holloway is was well known for his fantastic monologues, things like The Lion and Albert. I mean, it's classic, absolutely classic. But there's one monologue that he did which I'm going to attempt for you this evening, which is called Brown Boots. Brown Boots. And actually, this one matches up with the song that we did last week with A Head Tucked Underneath Her Arm, which Stanley Holloway also recorded, because these were both written by Weston and Lee. R.P. Weston, Bert Lee, and the music by Harris Weston, R.P. Weston's son. There we go. So this is Brown Boots, a musical monologue, and here we go. Wish me luck. Now our Aunt Hannah's passed away. We've a funeral today, and it was a posh affair. Had to have 2 policemen there. The hearse was lovely, all plate glass, and what a coffin, oak and brass, with thousands weeping, flowers galore. But Jim, our cousin, what do you think he wore? Why, brown boots. I ask you, brown boots. Fancy coming to a funeral in brown boots. I'll admit he had a nice black tie, black fingernails, and a nice black eye. But you can't see people off when they die in brown boots. And Aunt had been so very good to him, done all that any mother could do for him. And Jim, her son, to show his class, rolled up to make it all a farce. In brown boots, I ask you, brown boots, while all the rest wore decent black and morning suits. Holloway didn't seem so gay. In fact, he cried best part away. But straight he regularly spoilt our day with his brown boots. In the graveyard we left Jim. None of us said much to him. Yes, we all gave him the bird. Then by accident we heard he'd give his black boots to his mate Jim Small, a bloke what had no boots at all. So perhaps Aunt Hannah doesn't mind. She did like people who was good and kind. But brown boots, I ask you, brown boots, fancy coming to a funeral in brown boots. And we could hear the neighbours all remark, what, him chief mourner? Bloomin' lark. Why, he looks more like a bookmaker's clerk in brown boots. That's why we had to be so rude to him. That's why we never said our do to him. We didn't know, and he didn't say he'd give his other boots away. But brown boots, I ask you, brown boots, while all the rest wore decent black and morning suits. But someday up at heaven's gate, poor Jim, all nerves, will stand and wait till an angel whispers, come in, mate, with your brown boots. Hey, there we go. A lovely little bit of Stanley Holloway for you. Hopefully bringing back some wonderful memories of Stanley Holloway. He was very famous for those Ealing comedies as well. Brilliant actor and brilliant performer too. So there we go. Born on this day in 1890.
Sorry, I'm going to jump in.
Oh,
you mentioned guinea pigs earlier.
Yes.
Which brought to mind a little shout out that I've been asked to put in from Susanna Cater, saying that Charles and Jed have apparently joined the guinea pig club at school, but with the sole intention of impressing the Year 7 ladies. So it just made me think of it.
Brilliant. There we go. Well, yeah, there's no answer to that, is there? That's brilliant. There we go. Well, there we go. A few more shout-outs we've got this evening. A huge, actually, shout-out to John Bellingham, who's the president of the Queen's own Royal West Kent Living History Group. Now, John's been in hospital for 4 weeks, but he's now home, so that is great news. I hope you, John, you are well on the road to recovery. So a huge shout-out to you from me and also from my wonderful friends at the Queen's own Royal West Kent Living History Group. So hello, John. Hope you're getting well and feeling better soon. We've also got some wedding anniversaries. I wonder whether Faye's got any wedding anniversaries over there. Regulars are here at the sing-along. Janine and Mark Ramsey. Hello, the Ramseys in Belfast. You don't need reminding, of course. I hope you don't need reminding. But it's your 28th wedding anniversary tomorrow. So many, many congratulations to you. And if we haven't got any more wedding anniversaries there, Faye? No? In which case, the Ramses, I've got a request for you. You said anything appropriate for your wedding anniversary in your message to me, but I look back and I realise that in my on my online form, my request form on my website, I had a request that I hadn't done for you guys, which goes back a few months now. So apologies to the Ramses, but I'm going to do it for you now as a little bit of a wedding anniversary gift. So this is in your songbooks. It's on page 5. It's a song called Steamboat Bill. Now, this one was written in 1910, originally recorded in 1911, and was made very famous and popular, I suppose, in America by 2 films. One, a Buster Keaton film, and 2, of course, Mickey Mouse in Steamboat Willie. They use this song as music in that wonderful film. So this is called Steamboat Bill, and the Ramses in their message to me way back when they put the request in was yes, make sure singing loudly and lustily on in the chorus. Now, if you don't know this, don't worry. The chorus is easy to pick up. It goes Steamboat Bill, Steamboat Bill, Steamboat Bill. Classic kind of ragtime thing going on. So Steamboat Bill, as loud as you can, and I'm going to give it my best shot with fitting all the other lyrics in this song. It tells a little story, goes like this. Down the Mississippi stream the whippoorwill, commanded by the pilot, Mr. Steamboat Bill. The owners gave him orders on the strict routine to try and beat the record of the Robert E. Lee. Just feed up your fires, let the old smoke roll. Burn up all your cargo if you run out of coal. So if you don't beat the record, Billy told the mate, send my mail in care of Peter to the Golden Gate. Steamboat Bill steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, a mighty man was he. Steamboat Bill steaming down the Mississippi, gonna beat the record of the Robert E. Lee. Up then stepped a gambling man from Louisville, who tried to get a bet against the whippoorwill. Billy flashed a roll that surely was a bear. The boiler it exploded, blew them up in the air. The gambler said to Billy as they left the wreck, I don't know where we're going, but we're neck and by neck. Says Billy to the gambler, tell you what I'll do. I will bet another 1,000, I'll go higher than you. Here we go! Steamboat Bill, he tore up the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, the tide it made him swear. Steamboat Bill, he tore up the Mississippi. The explosion of the boiler got him up in the air. Rivers all on morning now for Steamboat Bill. No more you'll hear the puffing of the whippoorwill. There's crepe on every steamboat that plows the streams, from Memphis right to Natchez down to New Orleans. The wife of Mr. William was home in bed when she got the telegram the steamboat's dead. Says to the children, bless me, honey lamb, your next papa that you have will be a railroad man. Steamboat Bill missing on the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill is with up an angel band. Steamboat Bill missing on the Mississippi. He's a pilot on a ferry in the promised land. Hey, there we go for the Ramses over in Belfast. That little touch of 1910 Americana for you. There we go. Any shout-outs there coming in, Fame?
We've had a few compliments about your colour coordination, and someone has actually picked up that, well, you remind her of Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
That's the whole idea. I'm in my Cadbury's Dairy Milk outfit.
And
if you can't see, I've got a beautiful little badge on here. Which was Faye's. It was your...
It was in a stash of stuff I got from my grandma to play with when I was a child.
There we go. It's a little Cadbury's Dairy Milk bar. There we go. I thought I'd go with the Cadbury's Dairy Milk as the inspiration this evening. There we go. So,
I do have actually a birthday that we missed earlier, which, because as you know, I like to look at on this day in history. And there was one birthday. Well, actually, I need to say it's Julie Andrews, OBE's birthday today. She's 85.
Do a dear drop of golden sun. Let's hear you then. Me, a name I call myself. Far a long, long way to run. So a needle pulling thread. Lot of notes to follow. So tea, a drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to Dome. That's bound to go on YouTube as well, isn't it?
And the other birthday that came up was from 1207.
Oh.
Henry VIII.
Hey, I'm Henery the Eighth. I am Henery the Eighth. I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, but everyone was an Henery. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. No, Sam. I'm a grateful man named Henery. I'm Henery the Eighth. I am. Of course, that has no relation to Henry VIII, of course. Perhaps I should be singing, "Alas, my love, you do me wrong, you cast me off." Apparently, he wrote that.
Yeah, dubious.
Yeah, dubious, I think. But there we go.
Little bit of admin.
Oh, go on.
Do you, on your playlist, have the request that Grant Napier put in from last week?
I do, Grant. Yes, I do. At the end of my Wartime Medley. Yes, indeed. It is there for you. So that'll be coming up a little later on towards the end of the sing-along. So, where are we now? There we go. More requests that have come in. Fantastic. Thank you so much for them through the website request page at carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. Captain Gary Hallett. A shout out to Captain Gary Hallett. He requested some sea shanties. He said the 25th of September each year is the Day of the Seafarer and is marked internationally. This year, like many seafarers, are suffering from the effects of the coronavirus, and with many were stuck on ships due to national travel restrictions for many months longer than their usual contracts. So maybe a good way that you could recognise this would be with a sea shanty medley in your, he says, usual unique style. Thank you, Gary. You've got me down to a T, haven't you? So Captain Gary, this one is for you, a little sea shanty medley. Now, of course, singing very, very important for fishermen, for sailors across the years. Because of not only for keeping spirits up as well, but especially back in the days of having to pull ropes and pull sails and all of that, as a group, or winding a windlass and things like that, or a capstan on a ship. Songs were really important for keeping in time, and you would have a guy called a shanty man who would be the kind of he would be employed by the ship to lead the singing, and often there's a lot of call and response stuff going on in these songs. So turn on your page to page 3 of your songbooks, and we're going to start with this one. This one always reminds me of it was kind of parodied with the "Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants." Yes, it's not that's yes, you'll see the kind of similarities. So there's page 3 in your songbooks. I'm just going to have a sip of this before we go. Here we go. Now we'll sing you a song of the fish of the sea. Oh, Rio. I'll sing you a song of the fish of the sea.
And we're bound for the Rio Grande. Then away, love, away.
Way down Rio. So fare thee well, my pretty young girl, for we're bound for the Rio Grande. Sing goodbye to Sally and goodbye to Sue. Oh, Rio. And you who are listening, goodbye to you, for
And
we're bound for the Rio Grande.
Then away, love, away. Way down Rio.
So fare thee well, my pretty young girl, for we're bound for the
Rio Grande.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Away, I'm bound to go. Cross the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, I'm bound to go. Cross the wide Missouri. And sailors are well known for enjoying themselves when they get to land. And this one's about that. In Plymouth town there lived a maid. Bless you, young woman. In Plymouth town there lived a maid. Oh, mind what I do say. In Plymouth town there lived a maid, and she was mistress of the trade. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair. Here's the chorus. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, false maid. I took this fair lady for a walk. Bless you, young woman. I took this labour for a walk. Oh, mind what I do say. I took this mermaid for a walk, and we had such a lovely talk. Yeah, right. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. Oh, what shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, early in the morning. So many verses we can choose for this one. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Early in the morning, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, early in the morning. Hey, there we go. A little sea shanty medley there as a shout out to Captain Gary Hallett, working so hard out there on the sea. So there we go. Faye, any more comments or shout outs coming in after that?
We've had loads of suggestions of nautical songs. Are you up for a couple?
Go on, pass them on.
Okay. My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean.
My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my Bonnie to me all together.
Bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, here's a challenge. Carl Lewis has said, HMS Pinafore.
Oh, I am the captain of the Pinafore, and a very good captain too. I'm very, very good, and it being understood, I command a right good crew. He's very, very, yeah. We'll have to do it. We'll do it HMS Pinafore or Gilbert and Sullivan medley another time. There we go.
Okay, 47 ginger-headed
Oh,
sailors.
47 ginger-headed sailors coming home across the briny sea. When the anchor's weighed and the journey's made, and they'll start the party with a heave-o me hearty. 47 ginger-headed sailors, you can bet you're gonna hear them when they hail us. Some old mate down in Devon said my idea of heaven is 47 ginger-headed sailors.
Okay, last one. All the nice girls love a sailor.
Oh, Heather Owen asked for this one. All the nice girls love a sailor. All the nice girls love a top. For there's something about a sailor. Well, you know what sailors are. Bright and breezy, free and easy. He's the lady's pride and joy. Falls in love with Kate or Jane and he's off to sea again. Ship ahoy, ship ahoy. There we go. I did see a request for Hearts of Oak come up. I don't know it. It's in. I've got a wonderful book of songs we used to sing or something. A kind of compilation thing. I will learn Hearts of Oak and we'll do a kind of naval medley at some point. So apologies for that I can't get that request in for you this evening. Another
one along the GNS front was Pirates of Penzance.
Oh, of course. And it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king, hurrah, hurrah, the pirate king. It is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. There we go. We'll have to do a proper GNS medley at some point as well. Well, sticking on the sea medley, the sea theme, the request for Pauline Munn's birthday. Pauline, happy birthday for the 4th, I think. We had a request for Virginia put forward, he played his ukulele when the ship went down. I did this a few weeks ago. I say a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago. But I thought we should do it again. You've got all the songbooks, the lyrics in your songbook. A bit croaky tonight.
Still the plaster dust from the building
indeed,
work.
still the plaster dust. And the nitramores. There we go. Page 4 in your songbooks. He played his ukulele when the ship went down. A bit of a... Well, this is originally written by Arthur Leclerc, but I remember it as a recording from Clinton Ford. If you remember Clinton Ford... Here we go. I'll tell you the tale of the Nancy Lee, the ship that got shipwrecked at sea. The bravest man was Captain Brown, for he played his ukulele as the ship went down. All the crew were in despair. Some rushed here and others rushed there, but the captain sat in the captain's chair, and he played his ukulele as the ship went down. Now the boatswain said to Stoker Jim, "You'll have to teach me how to swim." The stoker answered with a frown, "We can learn together as the ship goes down." The captain said to Fireman Mose, "Get straight into your fireman clothes, and while you stand and play with your hose, I shall play my ukulele as the ship goes down." No idea where I'm going with my fingers this evening. Oh, the captain's wife was on the ship, and he was glad she'd made the trip. As she could swim, she might not drown, so he tied her to the anchor as the ship went down. The cook's gone mad and the boatswain's lame, the rudder's gone down and the deck's aflame, and my G-string's flat, but all the same, I shall play my ukulele as the ship went down. Now that was the tale of the Nancy Lee, the ship that got shipwrecked at sea, and Captain Brown, who in command, now plays the ukulele in the Mermaid Band. Hey, there we go. There we go for Pauline. A little bit, he played his ukulele when the ship went down. Wonderful song, as I said, made famous by Clinton Ford, that one, in the 1960s. Another wonderful shout out to the wonderful teachers at Howes Primary School in Coventry. My sister Lucy works there, and they were talking about this sing-along the other day, and I think some of them are tuning in this evening. So hi, wonderful teachers at Howes, doing a grand job there. And also congratulations to the kids who are involved in the some of the kids there won an award for some videos that they've done, kind of increasing access. There's a deaf unit with Howes Primary School, increasing access for deaf children. So congratulations to all the kids at Howes as well who were involved in that wonderful project, and congratulations on your award and your well-deserved pizza and ice cream that you had yesterday to celebrate. So there we go. If you can pass the message on, that would be lovely. There we go. Well, we're coming up to towards the end of the sing-along. My word, time's flying this evening. At 12 minutes past 9. I suppose one we haven't done for a while, actually, is the Wartime Medley. I suppose I got a bit kind of war-timed out, I suppose, around VE Day and, of course, through St. George's Day as well. To think that was only, within the last 6 months. Where have we been? Well, not very far away. So there we go. Well, just a reminder, if you want the sing-along lyrics for this, Carradine's cockneysingalong.co.uk. The link is in the comments below. And again, if you're feeling generous and fancy throwing some coins my way into my virtual tip jar, seeing as it will be a long while before I'm back out, again, pushing my piano around and singing in pubs. Yes, that would be much appreciated. And equally, I do have CDs for sale, of course, and all the tea towels have gone. We've sold out of tea towels now, but there are still some mugs available, and coming very, very soon will be some other merchandise, so watch this space. On that note, if you like what I do at Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along, then do come and join Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers Facebook group, which if someone would be kind enough just to pop the link to the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers group in the comments here now, that'd be much appreciated. Where Faye and I will come for a little debrief after the show this evening once we put Andrew to bed. Andrew's still awake this evening. What's going on? This is unheard of. So there we go. Join us for a little bit of a debrief, and the rest finish off with another glass of wine and have some biscuits after the show, and we can chat about everything. There we go. So a little bit of a wartime medley, perhaps. We haven't done this for a while. So go on, sway away. Page 5 in your songbooks. Let's hear you. Here we go. Bless them all, bless them all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WR1s, bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all, as back to their billets they crawl. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean. Cheer up, my lads, bless them all. Kiss me goodnight, Sergeant Major. Tuck me in my little wooden bed. We all love you, Sergeant. I was going to change the key. When we hear you bawling, show a leg. And don't forget to wake me in the morning and bring me round a nice cup of tea. Call blimey, kiss me goodnight, Sergeant Major. Sergeant Major, be a mother to me. We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line. Have you any dirty washing, mother dear? We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line, 'cause washing day is near. Whether the weather may be wet or fine, we'll just rub along without a care. We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line, and the Siegfried line's still there. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Bang, 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 bang goes the farmer's gun. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run. Give the farmer his fun. He'll get by without his rabbit pie. So run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Well, we couldn't have a wartime medley without something from wonderful Gracie Fields. How about this? Sing as we go and let the world go by. Singing a song we'll march on the highway. Say goodbye to sorrow. There's always tomorrow to think of today. Sing as we go, although the skies are grey. Make her a king, you've got to sing again. Tune, a song and a smile, making life worthwhile as we sing, as we go along. This one's for the Americans watching. Any Americans watching, give us a shout, give us a wave. Over there, over there. Send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drums rum-tumming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the words to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there. Bit of the Andrews sisters, let's hear that at home. Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Track 29, boy, you can give me a shine. I can afford to board the Chattanooga choo-choo. I got my fare, and just a trifle to spare. You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing into the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the calling, gotta keep 'em rolling. Woo-woo, Chattanooga, there you are. How about this one? Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, 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 don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home.
Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, 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 don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me till I come marching home.
We'll skip the next bit and do this one. London pride has been handed down to us. London pride is a flower that's free. London pride means our own dear town to us, and our pride it forever will be. Whoa, Liza, see the Costa barons, vegetable marrows and the fruit piled high. Whoa, Liza, little London sparrows, Covent Garden Market, where the costas cry. Cockney fiends mark the beat of history. Every street pins a memory down. Nothing ever could quite replace the grace of London town. a nonsense song for you. Oh,
Mairzy dotes and dozy dotes
and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey too. Yes, Mairzy dotes
and dozy dotes
and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey too. Now if the word sounds queer and funny to your ear, a little bit jumbled and jivey, just sing. Mares eat oats and does eat oats, and little lambs eat ivy.
Oh, Mairzy dotes and dozy dotes
and little lambsy divey, a giddly divey too. A giddly divey too. Well, as I always say, it wouldn't be a wartime sing-along unless we sang the next two songs. Here we go. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Picady. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. And of course, this one. Pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your fag. Small boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Well, a bit more Gracie Fields for you. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Cheerio, here I go on my way. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. With a cheer, not a tear, make it gay. Give me a smile I can keep all the while in my heart while I'm away. Till we meet once again, you and I. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. There'll always be an England while there's a country lane. Wherever there's a cottage small beside a field of grain, have a banana. There'll always be an England while there's a busy street. Wherever there's a turning wheel, a million marching feet. Red, white and blue, what does it mean to you? Surely you're proud, shout it out loud, Britain's awake. The Empire too, we can depend on you. Freedom remains, these are the chains and nothing can break. There'll always be an England. Let's hear you at home then. And England shall be free. If England means as much to you as England means to me. Well, we couldn't have a wartime medley without coming towards the end with a song made famous by Vera Lynn, Dame Vera Lynn. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after. Tomorrow, when the world is free, the shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. Now we need a hand with the next bit. Bear with me, Andrew, you give me a hand. Grab, take that and pass it on. Here we go. Land of hope and glory. No, they can't see the bunting. They can't see the bunting. How shall we next door? We didn't practice this. who were born. They still can't see the bunting. Wide as still and wide. That was an anticlimax, wasn't it? Shall thy bounds be set? God who made thee mighty, make thee mighty. Yeah, we need to do that differently next time. God who made thee mighty, make thee mighty. Yes. And this final song was a request from Grant Napier. Grant lost his sister the other week, and this goes out to Grant. It was a request for him to remind him of his sister. Well, apologies on the bunting. It's a bit low down there. I'm not sure what we're gonna.
I think we need to try harder.
Next time. There we go.
That was definitely a D-. Yeah,
there we go. Ho hum. Well, we've almost come to the end of the sing along this evening. Hope you've all had a fantastic time singing along at home this evening. And yes, we'll be here for the foreseeable future. As I said earlier on, the regulations for making. Now I can go and perform in a pub if a pub would book me to do that. But I would need to keep my level down to less than 85 decibels, which isn't very loud, in order that people don't have to talk over it. And people aren't allowed to sing or dance along. So yes, I think I'm going to be here for a while yet. Don't you worry. So there we go. So, but before we go, huge thank you to my wonderful wife Faye on comments. Any final comments?
Nothing from me, thank you.
There we go. And of course to my wonderful friend Marcus Reeves, who's been sorting out my back end as he always does every Thursday night, and sorting out messages and social media stuff as well. So thank you, Marcus. And to my son Andrew, who's not asleep. He's still awake, now playing with a car on the top of the sofa. So we'll get him to bed. If you fancy coming to join us for a bit of a debrief over on the Carradine's Company Sing-Alongers page, we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Grab a drink and some biscuits, and we shall see you there. Thought we'd leave you with a little bit of Monty Python. There we go. Page 9 in your songbooks. This kind of sums it up at the moment, doesn't it? Some things in life are bad, things that really make you mad, and other things just make you swear and curse. It has done this week. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best, fingers crossed. And always look on the bright side of life. I can't whistle, you have to help me out. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. If you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. Let's see you at home. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. If life is quite absurd and death's the final word, you must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it shall last once anyhow. Key change. Always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Life's a piece of, yes, when you look at hits. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You can see it's all a show. Keep them laughing as you go. Remember that the last laugh isn't you. Another key change. Always look on the bright side of life. La la, la 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 la. Always look on the right. So I don't like this key. Too many black notes. Key change. Always look on the bright side of life. Big finish. Always look on the bright side of life. There we go. Thank you very much for singing along this evening. Carradine Self-Isolation Sing Along Week 28. We shall see you here, same time, same place next week, 8:30. There we go. Have a great week. Stay safe, and we'll see you then. Thanks very much.